What is going on, everybody, man? It is late night, and you know what that means, man. It is time for the Neverland awesome sauce, man. Continuing right off, I'm probably only going to be doing a double today. Well, I should say tonight, getting into early morning, but you know, it's late night, man. It's Neverland time. It's always the best time. I love reading Neverland at night because it leaves you spooked, man. You know that with the way the series is, that how it gets you so into it, so immersed through the suspense. I feels like with all the nightlight coming in, man, it fits perfectly. So I decided why not, man. Let's do a double. I wanted to read some more, so. Let's get right into the awesome sauce. Thank you all so much for the support, by the way, when it comes to these Neverland videos, man. It's really encouraging and really awesome to see that you guys are enjoying the videos, and I will keep pushing it out, man, because I'm really loving this series. I'm hoping my first volume comes in soon so that I can put volume 1 somewhere back here of Neverland, because I want to promote the series. I think the series is really good, and I want to spread the word for the Promised Neverland, man. So without further ado, let's get right into the awesome sauce. And it's called Chapter 21, An Obvious Trap. We're starting right off with, is this a Crone flashback? Number 18,684, Crone. Yeah, she looks really young right here. From today on, you are to work towards your ultimate goal of becoming a mama. Our teacher, known as Grandma. Isabella brought up the grandma before, right? I could have sworn I heard the name Grandma before in this series. Told me you must compete, and look at the lifeless eyes of everyone else here. Holy flag nerds, this is how we must survive the Promised Neverland. And it shows both Isabella and Crone drinking tea like they're freaking Eisen while eating some apples and some light Yagami stuff with a whole bunch of bodies down on the floor. This is probably how many people they've sent to their deaths. Goodness gracious. The plot keeps progressing. 23 pages to this issue to celebrate the series' success. Amen. Promise Neverland awesome sauce. It deserves the success. It's how good this series is. Come right in. Now, what would you like to know? Are you seriously planning on going? It's Sister Crone. She did say that she'd tell us anything. But what if her true intentions look like this? And then his butterfly is heading right into a spider's trap. We'll be okay. We already know what the enemy wants. It's to make us trust her enough to drop pieces of usable evidence in front of her. That's right. So our job is to prevent that from happening. We'll never trust her, and we'll never let her gain any evidence. However, we will gain information from her. Norman, man. Norman's always thinking like 30 steps ahead when it comes to everything. Whatever the case may be, Norman's always in it. I mean, right on the spot. He can come up with anything right there. It's insane how smart this kid is, man. Norman greatness. Anyway, and then Emma brings Don and Gilda towards her. We've got to take advantage of everything we can. Keep in mind that there's no guarantee she'll tell us the complete truth. I agree. I predict that she'll be throwing in at least a few lies here and there, but I still want to make use of her to the fullest. We'll gain information and we'll feed her with lies as well. Norman said, "Hey, screw that, man. We're gonna make use of her. We'll give her a little bit. We'll spring a couple lies over here, and we'll be good." In essence, all we have to do is to make sure we don't give ourselves away. Fire away, kids. Are you sure we can ask you about anything? Let's plan out our questions before we leave. Oh yes, anything, whether it's about the farm, the headquarters, or how about what it feels like to be an adult who murders children? Yo, Norman came right out of the bat with the hard questions. Listen, because she was probably expecting, some sort of question like all of us. Me, I was expecting a question about the world, about the demons, about who like the head honcho could be, about William Minerva, something around those lines. Well, then maybe it's because I'm a jingtard, but about the world, William Minerva. No. He goes straight into her. Straight into her psyche and what she believes. And it says right here, how about what it feels like to be an adult who murders children? What a line, man. Yo, and look at the eyes that he has while he states this. Good God. Yes, I can answer that too, and anything else you'd like to know. And Norman looks over, and Emma, then our first demand will be, show us that thing. The device you adults use to track us kids. Oh, of course. What do you think? Pretty simple, isn't it? you can't really identify who each mark represents. This is great because now they're getting that information that they need in order to, trick Mama, so that they're able to use their binoculars and look out to see what is out there. I can't wait to see what's out there, man. That's gonna be awesome. If it gets to that point and they don't get caught, and we actually get to see what's out there, I would love to see what the world of Promised Neverland has to offer. But I'm impressed that you already knew about the trackers. Yeah, Mama showed us once, but we don't know where they are or how to destroy them. And that's why you can't escape, huh? But do you know, Sister Crone? Yes, its location is here, somewhere in the left ear. That's something that they already knew, right? If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's something they already knew. I have no idea how to destroy them, but I'd advise against it. After all, both that thing and the headquarters will get an alert if you do. It's just like Ray said, and she didn't lie about the location either. So yeah, it was something that was stated. Man, I need that first volume, bro. I need to reread all the stuff in the beginning. You've got no choice but to remove them from your body. Cutting them out would be an option, I suppose. But this building has barely anything sharp. Knives, even the cooking knives, wouldn't do the job. And once we do make our escape, we won't have any medicine either. I'd rather not leave this place with a high risk of a blood loss or a nasty infection. Yeah, that's true. Norman's always thinking, like I said, 2 to 3 steps ahead. Because even if they do manage to escape with cutting off a piece of their ear, and they're going to be bleeding. They don't know if there's a doctor out there that could possibly help them, Norman's thinking ahead. Well, there is a rather decent scalpel inside the medical aid here. You rarely ever need it, but it's there just in case an accident happens within the house grounds. All the tools and drugs you'll need will be in the infirmary as well, including anesthesia. I'd say we have enough material in stock for 5 kids. As for the key, I'll lend you mine. Heck, I'll even teach you how to properly carry out the procedure. Dang, yo, she's gonna teach him everything about this, huh? It kind of makes it sound like she's attempted this before, doesn't it? And with that, and this case is closed. What's next? How old are you? Were you born into this state just like we were? Geez, have some decency. You should never ask a grown woman about her age. Is what I'd love to say, but I'm 26. 26. That means she is double the age of whenever they get carried out, right? It's 12 or 13? It's 12 whenever they get carried out. So yeah, she's a little bit over double the age. Born in 2019, huh? I was born and raised in a grace. Yo, boy, that's spooky, bro. Born in 2019, man. 2 years from now. I was born and raised in a. Can you imagine that being born with the name Crone in 2019 and possibly like reading Promised Neverland sometime later on down the line? It'd be a bit spooky, man. I was born and raised in a Gracefield house. As for Isabella, she's 31. Born in 2014. 1 year before 2015, that one year that we constantly keep seeing in the series. And she also was born and raised in a place like this. What? I knew it, bro. At least that's what it said in her records. Mama came up the same way, man. Mama came up the same way as all of us. Or I say all of us. All of them. Mama was born before that book was even published, and yet she was born on a farm like us too? That's a good point. I didn't think about it that way. Before that book was published. Because they thought the world changed after that certain event. But if she was born on a farm like that before 2014, then how long has the world been like this? Yo, I didn't think about it that way. So neither of these adults are from the outside world, huh? How is the outside world? Have you ever seen it? Never. Would you expect me to say yes, even if it was a lie? That's true, I haven't. Finally changed an expression. But I know that there are humans out there. She knows. Adults like us who come from farms produce your food. But there are also people from the outside world who produce and deliver all of our clothes and other supplies. Supplies? Like toys and books? Yes, furniture and test materials also come from their side of the world. Yo, man, I can't wait for that, bro. God, man, if that's true, then Mr. Minerva's books are also... I've actually seen one of them in the headquarters just once in my life. The demons. Looking at a scientist, from what I could tell, that human was on an equal ground with them. Outside, there are humans who won't get eaten. Your goal should be to blend in with their society. Humans who won't get eaten. Is it because they form some sort of pact? If this is true, there's definitely a higher possibility of Mr. Minerva still being alive. Yo, this William Minerva dude is spooky, man. I have so much interest in him because he reminds me so much of Eugene Freaks. If this is true, she was a farm animal since birth. She's never been in the outside world. Wait, so Sister Crone, do you know when the demons came to our world? And why we all ended up like this? The demons. Oh, you mean them? I have no idea. Where is this farm located? No idea. How's the security around this farm? I can answer that. Honestly, it's not bad at all. They have so much faith in the trackers that there's barely any security. Heck, I don't think anybody even consistently comes around to patrol the area. It's true that I couldn't hear anything on the other side of the wall, but this is probably still a lie. There is no way that the security is going to be this lax. Thank you very much. That's it? Yes, ma'am. Good night. That's it, man. They're intelligent. They come headfirst towards me to obtain information that they don't even know if they should trust, and yet they're also taking care to not drop any obvious hints I could use against them. These kids know exactly what's going on. As long as they don't let me obtain my evidence, I have no choice but to let them go. And I love this form of symbolism here, showing her and throwing the rocks, just slowly drifting away, just showcasing that, she could jump and try to come after them, but it'd be better off if they both stay on their own, turfs. But still, foo. And then she just starts busting out laughing. What the heck? I see, so you already knew where the trackers are located, how to destroy them. Very intriguing, I've learned a lot today. How? We planned this out, we haven't made any mistakes yet, why? Information isn't necessarily just words. That's true. That's true. And your mannerisms and the way that you act, that's a fact. That's a shoot. That's a shoot. You both were very careful with your words. In order to hide what you truly wanted to get from me, you both paid the utmost attention to the way you worded and timed your questions. I'm proud of you both. But you both also let your guard down because you were overconfident in your ability to plan. Humans are like open books. You can learn so much about them just by watching and standing still. By watching them stand still. Attitude, eyes, blinking, sweat, action, pupils, heart rate. Everything can become a very useful clue that allows you to check on your opponent. And yet both of you didn't lift a single finger to check your ears once I revealed the location of the trackers. You didn't seem excited at all when I told you that there's a way to remove them safely. That's facts, bro. That is so true. How stupid of me. She already knew that we would be smart enough to avoid making foolish statements. So instead of focusing on our language, she focused on our visual reactions. So why did you kids ask me questions you already knew the answers to? Is there still something that you're trying to hide from me? Don't worry, we still haven't dropped anything big enough for her to be able to use as evidence against us. Well, whatever. Do you know about... The hell is that? Is this freaking Hide again, speaking in PlayStation symbols? Do you know about... And some sort of gibberish. What? What sort of language is that? You don't. Of course you don't. That gave me a little bit of goosebumps, bro. What did she just... I'll tell you all about that the next time you come visit me. Bro, what is this language? I legit have goosebumps on the back of my neck. Do you know about gibberish? You don't? Of course you don't. Oh. Feel free to stop by anytime. We'll definitely talk a lot more when you come by next. And she grabs Emma's shoulder. We were severely underestimating Sister Krone. She saw right through us. She still doesn't have any proof against us. What in the flying flagnars? Hold on, bro. I gotta go. I'm spooked by this panel. Do you know about in this gibberish with a question mark? Man, dude. I'm mad intrigued. I want to know what that is. Alright, let's go. Next page. Our aim was to not let her get any information out of our side. She too is just like Mama. She's an adult who's actually managed to stay alive in this harsh system to this day. I realized just now that we really do need to get out of this place as quickly as possible. We can't afford to slack around anymore. And because of that, tomorrow's planned investigation has to go perfectly. I love this panel right here. It shows the determination of both of them. Thursday, November 2nd. 6 days until the escape. Now, I suppose it's about time. That's something right. In the beginning, we also... Whoa. Mama's about to make a move herself? Next page. Next chapter, guys. We're diving right in. I'm about to dive. Let's go. 22. Entitled Bait. The Promised Neverland. And right there, we're starting off with the title page right off the bat. And it shows Ray writing. What could those hands be writing about? So the mangaka's trying to show or trying to emphasize on what Ray's writing about here. Thursday, November 2nd, 6 days until escape. I'm going to review everything. After lunch, when we when it's free time, I will keep Mama occupied. Norman and Emma will climb the wall and carry out the investigation. Yo, are they actually gonna carry it out, bro? Are they actually gonna be able to get above the wall and see what's out there? Man, dude, Don and Gilda will be stationed outside in a place where they can see the south-facing windows of the second floor. If by some chance I am unable to distract Mama, I will signal you. You will inform Norman and Emma to cease the investigation and return to grounds immediately. It is likely that Mama's suspicious. It didn't seem like she had figured it out yet, but we can't be too optimistic either. There's always the possibility that she won't take my bait. And if that happens, we will have to give up on the investigation? Correct. For the time being, anyway, everyone understands, right? If we appear too out of control, then it's all over. Mama's goal is an on-time shipment, particularly the three of us with full marks. She spent this long nurturing us. Escaping before the process is complete is not something she will accept. As long as it's something that's possible for her to control, then she'd like to keep it under her absolute rule. She is confident in her capability of doing so. That's just who Isabella the Mama is. We can appear untrustworthy or suspicious, but it's also best to appear easily controllable to her at the same time. Fortunately, there is no scheduled shipment date next month. There are 6 days until our planned escape, but ultimately we have 2.5 more months until our actual deadline in January. If something happens, we abort the investigation for the time being. Even if it's just an act, we must pretend that we can be controlled. Got it? Ray, can we talk? Oh, snap. I'm about to take them into private. Sister Corinne figured out that we can destroy the transmitters? We did get information out of her, but we slipped up. I would like to move up our escape date. Yo, they're gonna move up the escape date. It's no longer gonna be oh, snap. When will you be able to destroy the transmitters? Last night while you guys were in Sister Corona's room, I got this from Mama. It's here, the reward you asked for. My compensation for selling you two out. An instant camera. An instant camera. I've been waiting for it. With that, I've gathered the last of my parts. I can destroy the transmitters any time now. The hell's the camera gonna do? Let's move up the escape date depending on the results of the investigation. That's plausible. You know, I can accept that. I can accept that. What's Norman gonna say? It's troublesome that she was able to figure out the card we had up our sleeve. Troublesome indeed. That is because Ray's means of destroying the transmitters will certainly be definitive evidence of our treachery. Hard evidence is the one thing we mustn't let them have. Let's hurry up and do our investigation and escape before we get caught. Agreed, but our plan to deal with Mama won't change. I know. If something happens, we abort the investigation for the time being. Regarding Sister Crony, let's go ahead and make a deal with her. Now then, the key here is the reason why they lied. Even though they can destroy the transmitters, they deliberately acted like they couldn't. How do they figure out how to destroy them in the first place? What method do they plan to use? Are they going to use some kind of special device? It couldn't be something they built, could it? If so, wouldn't it be undeniable evidence? Is that why they got nervous and hid the truth? In that case, it's time for a search. Yo, this Crone is insane, man. But I'm growing more attached to her. For some reason, Sister Crone is a character that, as we continue to, see her and see her more in the manga, I'm starting to grow more attached to her. Just the way that her character is and how crazy she is. La da 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 da. Here we go. What you doing? Just looking for something? Okay. Nothing at all. It's not anywhere. Was I mistaken about them hiding something? Even if she realizes the truth, we are okay as long as she doesn't find anything. Both the evidence and anything related to it. I have always hidden my gifts in here. In here, huh? This is currently Alicia's area. This spot won't be easy to locate quickly. On top of that, I left a juicy morsel for Sister Crone to find. Oh my. Piece of paper. What does the paper say? Juicy morsel? What is Ray talking about? How could this be? Where didn't I find this sooner? If this is true, then Isabella will. If I show this memo directly to someone like Grandma, I can destroy all the trust Isabella has built up with them in an instant. What is that thing? If this is true, Wait, there's a way to check. This will distract Sister Crony for a bit. So it's something that, because they realize Sister Crony's goal. Her goal is to eventually become mama of this place. So they're using this, what appears to be a fake note that Ray made, in order to gauge some sort of weakness in Isabella that would cause Sister Crony to want to go up to someone like a grandma in order to rat her ass out. So distract Sister Crony for a bit and split Mama's attention at the same time. They don't know what we plan to escape soon. The moment they look away from us for even a split second, we'll be on the other side of the wall. It was true. This is actually true. I've never even imagined to get something like this. The perfect Isabella's second weakness. Now, how should I proceed? If all goes well, we'll manage to bring down Isabella and become a mama. Then I can ship out those traitorous kids anytime. I even have this amazing memo on my side now. I'm sorry, I have to get down. My neck is killing me, dude. I don't even know why either. But why? Why does Ray know about this? Did Isabella tell him? No, that can't be. Isabella shouldn't know this in the first place. Why? I'm mad confused, bro. What the hell is written in that thing? Knock, knock. Oh my. And she hides it immediately. And Mama comes out of the darkness, bro, like she's Lord Vader. Look at the straight looking face and the perspective panels in this manga. Look at this. With the hands, going forward towards like an escape. One hand right here, one hand right here. Just we're looking at it through Krone's eyes. I love the way this manga is drawn, man. Look at that, she's spooked. Is that a knife? Jesus Christ. Bro, this manga, bro. She pulled out the knife and then handed it to her with a letter. It's from headquarters. Please open it and take a look. Apparently she opened it. Huh? Such a shame, but that's how it is. Farewell? What happened? F it, one more chapter. One more chapter. Yo, Neverland got the cover page in this issue. Dude, what the hell was that? Farewell. Well, I gotta save this panel first, or this color page. This looks nice. This looks really cool. Yo, in color. This is a farm. We are food. The adults are enemies. We will escape. Somebody go call Mama and Sister Krone. Okay. Our plan will be executed within 6 days, but nah, it's not according to provision. Apparently something happened to her. Isabella knows something. She brought over a knife, brought a letter, and apparently she says farewell. Is she gonna kill her, or has she been exiled? Yo, look at this color page. This looks fantastic. Alright, I gotta save this one too. Yo, Neverland awesome stuff. Grandeur norms are being broken down. Flames of despair are rising up, but at the same time, Promise Neverland. It's a fantastic color page, man. This is headquarters. Go on, take a look. What is going on here, bro? What did they tell her? Number 18,784, aka Sister Krone. You have been appointed the position of Mama of Plantation number 4. So she's a mama, but just not here. She's a mama, but just not here. Me a mama? Yes, our parting is regrettable, but that's how things are. The previous mama who worked at Plantation number 4 suddenly became unavailable to work. They killed her. And it was all according to plan. She must have been on to something with Sister Krone, and thus forced some sort of way in order for her to be, transferred to another location. Since I've sent a letter of recommendation for you in the past, they took that into consideration as well and made you the next mama. Letter of recommendation for me? Exactly. See, it's all according to Isabella's plan. It always is, bro. Grandma is at the gate waiting for you. Please pack up your belongings and head straight over. Right now, farewell. I wish all the best to you with the new plantation. This is bad. This is a trap, and you know it is. A sudden opening spot, changing out Mama's this quickly? It's all too good to be true. She has no reason to recommend me to the higher-ups either. Shouldn't she be trying to bait me out of this place after the issue with those brats is resolved? This is definitely a trap. I'm either a nuisance to her or she's realized something about me. This woman has full intentions of getting rid of me. The issue right now is the fact that this letter is no mere fake put together by Isabella. I have no idea how she did it, but it seems like she's managed to somehow convince the HQ to write a letter specifically directed to me. In other words, I have no way of refusing to follow these orders. Exactly. The contents may be a lie, but the letter itself is no fake. They've given me no option but to head over to the gate this instant. Drop it all off, she seems to have ratted me out. But before I managed to rat her out to the higher-ups, from what it looks like, both the HQ and Grandma seem to completely trust her. If I manage to slip this note to Grandma or someone in a similar position, at this point I can't even say for certain that they'll believe me, even with the evidence I have. Will all this go to waste here and now? What's wrong? Are you dissatisfied or something? Mama, yo. No, it's an amazing honor. I will get ready immediately. I won't give up. It's time I go on a gamble and make a direct appeal. There's no way I'm going to let you have your way, Isabella. Holy flag, Nards, bro. What is going on in this series right now? Mama, Sister Crony, food's ready. Isn't Sister Crony with you? Is she in her room? No, she's a little busy with work now. Let's all just start eating without her for now. There she goes. She's out. My God. Grandma. Why is her face being covered? Oh my God, bro. Whenever somebody's face is covered, it's always spooky. So in other words, let's see. In addition to the content of this letter, you're telling me that the full scores know about this and are planning their escape? Both the full scores and two... Yo, she's ratting out the kids. Two other high-quality children. I have no hard evidence for it, but please believe me. It's too dangerous to leave things the way they are if we do. But everything is under control, isn't it? Nah, man. Yo, she trusts Isabella, bro. She trusts Isabella too much. As long as everything's still under control, none of this is a problem. If I could handle it in the past... I'm sure she can now, too. Yo. Sister Crone, I can't have you get in the way of Isabella, darling. They are all special, both Isabella and her entire plantation. She must provide the best dish at the Tefari. She must be the one to churn out the best results in the plantation history. I need Isabella to remain as one of my pawns. You are nowhere near capable of appraising your abilities. That just wouldn't work for me. Bro, who is this, bro? Why does she give me chills? This grandma is spooky. Oh dear, so they've been conspiring together from the very start. I've lost. No. I've been a loser from the very beginning. I had no chance of victory from the very start. Man, up. Don't tell me Crone's about to get wrecked? Not by a demon. No. No. I see the blood. Is Crone got wrecked? Bro! Bro, Crone got the straight up hit! No, bro, they planned it from the beginning to get rid of her. He's the lucky mouse. And while that happens, Crone just gets wrecked, and the grandma's walking away like it's nothing. Just when I was getting attached to Crone, bro. What is this bug? I can't escape. All that awaited me was shipment, or the path to becoming a mama. There are no humans outside. Compete. Oh man, yo, this is the backstory. This is her backstory, yo. Man. Compete. When we see her, compete. That's right, in a world this small, I can wish for us to become one who stands on the each side of the spectrum. That's the only way for humans to survive in this world. Holy flag, Nards. What is that down there? She's holding something in her hand. I won't die without a struggle. Yo. They're about to put the flower in her heart. I may have no chance of victory, but I have plenty of space to struggle. I'll make sure those kids escape so that Isabella can be dragged up from her mighty position. That pen is no ordinary pen. What is going on? I hate doing it with every fiber of my being, but I'm giving this to you. You better succeed at your escape, you damn brats. She's leaving it all in their will. She said, even if I die, I'm leaving it in their hands. I'm leaving it in their hands. You're going to tag, aren't you? Run and live, survive. To become the ones that shatter and eradicate the shitty society we live in. Crone. Right now, there's no way for our kind to survive. There's nothing here but an endless cycle of pushing death upon the others. Ah, what a beautiful sky. And they finished their food. And there we go. Crone's dead. Oh my God. What is going on? There it is, she's dead, but she left everything for the kids. She left, it the will for the next generation. And I love how the mangaka did it too, man. I mean, setting up right from the start. She leaves that one thing behind for them. And then, to eradicate this society we live in, because that's all she wants to do. She wants to eradicate this place that brought about this upbringing of hers. And right there, man, she dies. She dies in the hands of this demon, man. Oh my dude, what a chapter, man. We'll carry out our escape plan within 6 days, but if possible, I'd like to make our escape tomorrow. Before Mama or Sister Crony can make their move, we can destroy the tracker, so all we have left is investigation. They don't even know Crony's dead, bro. Let's go. As long as this goes, we're ready. Well, we're ready to leave. the investigation begins. Honey there, man. Bro. Man. What a dude. I'm mind blown. I'm shook. I can legit say I'm shook. I've read a lot of chapters this year, man, and that's up there. That's up there. That chapter I just read is up there, man. There's one thing. There's one thing to cause fake shock, as I like to call it. There's a lot of series that I tend to read that, you know, something that is supposed to be shocking doesn't end up being shocking because it's something you expect. It's a page turner to where you're turning the page and something crazy has taken place, but you know, even though it is shocking, you're still like, okay, you get over it. But when you have something built up like this with all Sister Crone stuff, and chapter to chapter, it just keeps escalating and escalating and escalating and escalating. And then you get to the point to where you're being told one thing that she's about to take, she's going to get, you know, go to another plantation. So the author's telling us like, okay, she's gonna get, you know, what she wanted to do, but it's all Isabella's fault. You know, like she was one step ahead of her. You know, we'll probably see Sister Crone again later on down the line. No, she goes up to Grandma, and Grandma lays waste. A hollow's hand comes out of... I said a hollow, freaking bleach. A demon's hand comes out of nowhere. And just wrecks her. And then, we get to see her flashback before that. And it makes you think, like, no, she's gonna get out of it. She's gonna get out of it. But no, she leaves everything in their hands. And she dies. Like, everything was being built up to where Sister Crone was gonna be the thing that, you know, to where they would get all this information out of her. And now, speaking of information, Crone died with the information of that one thing of gibberish with a question mark. So now they're not gonna know. Now the next time they find out, that's gonna... Oh my god, bro. That's gonna be a plot point. Because you said the next time you visit me, you'll find out that. Oh, Lord. It's almost as the mangaka was screaming at me that she was gonna die. Goodness gracious, man. This series is not afraid of killing off characters, man. Wow. Man, dude, it's the way that it was done, the way that it was executed. The execution was awesome sauce. This, out of the chapters that I've read this year, this has to be one of the best chapters I've read this year. Like, I think the best chapter I've read this year in terms of... Well, no, that's hard, man, because I've read a lot of... Like, in terms of, like, catching up to series... is concerned, there's a lot of phenomenal chapters, like the final chapter of Joe, flipping that one's an automatic awesome sauce. That's like godlike sauce. That's biblical sauce. Final chapter of Joe. Then you have like Kingdom 499. Good God, that chapter, man. You know, freaking great One Piece chapters, great Gintama chapters. There's been some really good stuff, man. That I've read this year. Inside Mahdi. I know Master Urasawa. I've read some greatness since the beginning of the year, man. But this has to be up there, bro. I am legit standing here as a man that is shook, because in just a couple of chapters, in a way that I could not even have ever imagined. And I'm standing here as a writer. I'm standing here as a person that's attempted to write a story. I'm standing here as a person who looks into these type of things and is usually able to call it out, because every single series has like these type of stereotypes and these type of beats, these story beats that you can always follow. And this series right now is hitting me with an Urasawa slap in the face, telling me you can follow story beats, but you ain't gonna be able to follow the story. You can't call me out. I will shock you, and I will do unpredictable stuff, even though you already know what I'm about to do. This series is freaking amazing, man. This series is amazing. The promised flipping Neverland, dude. God, I was only 3 chapters. Goodness, God in the heavens. I'm shook. I'm gonna end this here as a triple, and when it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down because the investigation's about to begin, but they don't even know Sister Corona is dead. But I have to, I have to think about this, man, because there's so many different story implications now. Because now that she's gone, oh my god, bro, this manga, man. Yeah, the promise Neverland. I can't help, like, I'm shook, but just I'm in awe at the way this story is told, dude. It's amazing. I love this medium. I love manga, man. And the way that this story is told through the medium of manga, man. I love it. Promise Neverland is greatness, man. I truly do mean that from the bottom of my heart, bro. Promise Neverland is greatness, man. God, what a chapter. Greatness, man. Without question, if I had to go like with one, because it's hard, like I said, because there's so many things I've read this year. I don't even remember what I've read. Like a lot of greatness overall, even in my weekly series that I read. Like freaking One Piece definitely has a couple top 5 contenders. Gintama, Tokyo Ghoul, Kingdom, Philippine Kingdom, and like these series, they all have like a series or chapters that I consider to be like the top 5 worthy that I've read this year. But good God in the heavens, man, that if that wasn't a top 5 worthy chapter, I don't know, man. I like I said, I'm shook. I'm shook. That was one thing that I really did not expect, man. Because at the end of the day, I consider this a jump manga, and with the character that we got that attached to be killed off like that, oof, that changes the game for me, brother. That changes the game for me, man. I'm gonna be on high alert like a hawk. I don't even know anymore, dog. I promise Neverland greatness, man. So happy that I decided to use this winter break to catch up to this in My Hero Academia, because I can tell I'm about to be into some freaking awesome sauce for both these series, man. But you guys have an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna think about this, bro. I was planning on reading some My Hero tonight too, but I'm just gonna leave it at that for tonight, man. What a chapter of flipping Promise Neverland, dude. Good God, man. I will see y'all next time, dude.